Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the 31st annual First National Bank Shootout here at Taxpayer Court in Paragould, Arkansas. Our final matchup of the tournament is the championship boys game between the Lake Hamilton Wolves and the Paragould Rams. Before we begin, let's meet the starting lineup for the Lake Hamilton Wolves. At guard, the senior, number 0, Victor Hestand. At forward, sophomore, number 10, Brady Goodday. At forward, senior, number 11, Hudson Davenport. At guard, junior, number 12, Eli McKay. And at forward, senior, number 20, Wyatt Reynolds. Into the game for the Rams, number 5, Jace Schriet. Foul is on number 11, Chandler Weber. That's his first personal foul. Into the game for the win, number 12, John McAllister. Foul is on number 20, Wyatt Gray. That's his first personal foul.
More easily as the game went on.
Victor Easter with the Conley Doc Painter Court rim roll there. Will Butler checks in for Aiden Shipman, number 20 in red.
Yeah, Butler's got some good genes. Good family genes with Josh as his uncle.
Easter makes both. It's 8-2. Blake Hamilton with just under 5 minutes left in the opening period. Butler outside over to Batiste. Down in the corner to McAllister. This zone for Lake Hamilton, really big, really active. They've shown a variety of different defensive looks there. There's a steal by McCain. Up and in with the left hand. It's now 10-2. Lake Hamilton here in the first. McAllister inside to Eccles. Back outside to McAllister. Three, no good. Rebound by Collier Foster. And that is where his game really flourishes. He super plays hard. A lot of offensive rebounds. McAllister no good after the Batiste miss. And it's cleared by Wyatt Ray. That is a strength of the Rams, Jeff. I feel like they offensive rebound really, really well. And anytime you can get extra points, as there's a miss there by Wyatt Ray.
But I tell you, this Lake Hamilton team is very big, Coach.
Big. Anytime Paragould can get extra possessions, that will do well. Foster deep from three, and that's good. Tyler Foster shot that from Jeff Morton range, and it's 10-5, Lake Hamilton. There's McAllister with the steal. Cross court to Foster. Foster driving in, kick out to Batiste. Just short. Another offensive rebound by Foster. Layup up and no good. Rebound to Davenport for Lake Hamilton. Here comes Easter. Straight down the middle. No good. Rebound Eccles. Here go the Rams. Very fast-paced game to start. There's a lot of 6-foot bodies down there, and it's big. Batiste in the corner, no good. Rebound by Ray. Easter settling the pace just a little bit. McAllister. A little run and jump here in the half by Batiste. Rams pressure with two. McAllister guarding Easter. Easter up top to Wyatt Ray. Davenport for three, and that's good. Great play call there by Coach Pennington. All of the Ram attention on Easter with a little run and jump, and Davenport buries a three ball.
we're going to have to try to get a little penetration in this zone, break it down some, because we're doing a lot of passing. But we got to you'll get this zone to collapse some and get kicking, some dumping.
The zone is really, really spread out. Paragould trying to work inside out, ball out of bounds to the Rams. Mass subs here with Galen Craig. Hunter Burke, a 6'4" sophomore forward in for the Rams. Jacoby Hodges back into the game with some new ankle tape for the Rams. Rams wearing red. Blue down the side, white numbers trimmed in blue. Lake Hamilton in the home whites with the burgundy/maroon trimmed in gold. Hodges kicked off. Foster, another deep three. Nothing but the bottom of the net. Collier Foster has 6. And the Rams get a quick steal. Jacoby Hodges, no good. Boy, the Rams are just, they are constantly, the Rams are relentless rebounding the basketball, and I think that's what's keeping them in it. Collier Foster with 2 big threes. Collier Foster actually has all 8 for Paragould, as we'll take a timeout. Lake Hamilton with the 30-second timeout.
So far we've had some good looks. We hadn't shot it well, but to be down 5, we're still in pretty good shape for not shooting very well so far.
Collier Foster 2 of 3 from the 3-point line. He leads all scorers with 8. Victor Easter leading the way for Lake Hamilton with 6. And it's 13-8 with 2:05 left. Well, Paragould does need to get the basketball inside, but if you're going to shoot that 3 ball really well, that's going to make that zone adjust just a little bit.
Yep.
And the Rams have shot it decently well enough early to stay with a 5-point deficit. Ball goes into McCain, a little run and jump here by Paragould, and Easter up the near sideline, guarded by Will Butler. Easter all the way to the basket, no good. Wyatt Ray offensive rebound, no good. Scramble for it, Ray gets it back. And a foul call underneath. Galen Craig's first personal foul. It's the second team foul for the Rams. Wyatt Ray, the 6'4" senior forward, to the line for Lake Hamilton for 2 shots.
That's one rebound right there you like to get. Be strong with it, get it cleared out. It's
5'8" junior guard Noah Lyle into the game now for Lake Hamilton. If both of these teams' offensive rebounding must be a point of emphasis tonight.
Yep.
I feel like both teams are crashing the glass super hard.
Yep, they're active.
Playing hard. Lake Hamilton showing some full court pressure here out of the 2-2-1. Now back into their 2-1-2 set. Hodges cross court to Butler. Butler back out to Craig. Craig cross court to Hodges. Hodges back up to Foster. Back to Hodges. Good ball movement.
Great ball movement.
Good ball movement by the Rams. Jacoby Hodges with his first 3-point basket, and it's 15-11. Full court pressure once again by the Rams. Easter bringing it across the half-court line, fouled by Collier Foster.
He's a one-man press breaker.
That foul right there. Easter with a full head of steam. Maybe some light hand checking there, but that's a big-time foul for Foster, who gets his second. Hunter Burke and Aiden Shipman back into the game for the Rams. Ray inside working on Burke, and that's a backdoor cut. Defensive breakdown there by the Rams. That's Braden Goodell for Lake Hamilton. Lake Hamilton back in the 2-1-2. Galen Craig up top again to Jacoby Hodges. Jacoby Hodges good again from 3. Jacoby Hodges 2 of 3 on the night. And Coach Watson with the timeout. That'll be Paragould's first timeout of the game. 17-14 with 53.8 left in the opening quarter. Very active game.
Yeah.
Paragould with better ball movement, like you mentioned earlier, and it's resulted in back-to-back 3 balls.
It has. They made a little adjustment. They've been hitting the gaps of that zone, getting it collapse, kicking it out, and they got some good looks by doing that.
Foster leading the Rams 8. Jacoby Hodges back-to-back 3s for the Rams. He's got 6. Lake Hamilton led by Victor Easter. Wyatt Ray also with 6, I believe, for Lake Hamilton. As we're set to resume action here. 53.8 left in the first. Lake Hamilton basketball. McCain set to inbound to Easter.
Looks like a little 1-3-1 action. I could be wrong, but a little extended 1-3-1.
Jeff, that's one of my favorite things about the game of basketball is the after timeout chess matches between different coaches. You know, what are you checking into out of timeouts? You know,
I like this move, kind of give him a different look here.
Yeah, you know, if Lake Hamilton get the timeout to draw something up, there's a cross-court pass by Victor Easter. What a pass. Braden Goodell for Lake Hamilton. Easter with the assist. It's 19-14 Wolves. Coach Watson wanting one shot here for the Rams.
Kick. Yep.
Kick ball by Victor Easter will result in a sideline out of bounds for the Rams. Eccles checks in for Burke. 14.8. Let's see what the Rams have drawn up here. Lake Hamilton now switching, it looks like, to a 1-3-1 look. Hodges cross court to Chipman. Chipman loses the handle on it and it goes out of bounds. Last touch off Aiden Chipman. 5.7 left for the Wolves. Hudson Davenport, 6'1" junior guard, 6'4" senior forward, checking in now for Lake Hamilton. 1-3-1 look for the Rams. Butler up top. Jacoby Hodges also helping apply pressure. Easter in the corner. Hudson Davenport with a massive 3 heading into the quarter break. Davenport buries a corner 3 off the pass from Easter. It's 22-14 Lake Hamilton after 1 quarter.
Yeah, he was a little bit late getting out the corner there. Yeah, he buried it.
1-3-1 susceptible to some corner 3s there. You know, Easter, it all starts with him. You know, when he starts slicing and dicing and he gets that basketball wherever he wants, he's a handful. You have to respect the drive. You have to collapse. You have to help. You know, he had 28 last night, I believe, against Blytheville. A lot of attention on him, and even in zone, the Rams give up a 3-ball right there to end the quarter.
Yeah, Easter's vision's really good. Sees the floor good. If you make a mistake, he's gonna make you pay.
Kyler Foster leading the way for the Rams. He has 8. Easter and Wyatt Ray leading the scoring for Lake Hamilton. Again, I'm Mitchell Weber sitting alongside Jeff Morton, filling in for the great Jimmy Dodd Jr., who might be somewhere in the air between North Little Rock and Paragould, Arkansas right now. Coming back from an Arkansas thrashing over Fresno State. It looks to be Lake Hamilton basketball to start this second quarter. Lake Hamilton moving from left to right.
Looks like we're going back to man-to-man now.
Across your TV screen, Rams checking back into man-to-man. Easter brings the ball across the half-court line, guarded by Jacoby Hodges. Ball reversal here by the Wolves. Tipped out by Jacoby Hodges. Pass intended for Eli McCain. And with 22 seconds on the shot clock, 7:46. Rams trail, 22-14. Easter to Ray, back to Easter in the corner. Ball reversal over to McCain for Lake Hamilton. Paragould playing man-to-man, switching all actions, dribble handoffs. Step back 3 up for Victor Easter, no good. Rebound to the 6'5" senior Wyatt Eccles. Hodges into the front court, around the horn to McAllister. Eccles inside kick out. Hodges thought about it, kicks it to Chipman, back out to Galen Craig. Lake Hamilton now in man-to-man. Craig around Easter, looking for the dump down to Eccles, out of bounds to Lake Hamilton. Again, the chess match between Coach Pennington and Coach Watson. Both teams switching defenses multiple times, multiple possessions. As we're going to have a foul right here on Wyatt Ray for Lake Hamilton, going to be his second, I believe. Second on Ray, and it'll be Paragould ball underneath. Ball inbounds to McAllister, over to Hodges. A little 4-out motion here for the Rams. Eccles puts the ball on the floor, and that ball is stripped by McCain, who gets it to Easter. Easter now in transition. Great ball handles, kicks out once again. Davenport, 3-ball, no good. Rebound by Lyles, tip to the Rams. Rams quickly ahead to Galen Craig. Craig looking for the Euro step, might have slipped around the block there, had nobody to throw it to. Coach Pennington not ready over there for the catch, and it's out of bounds. Back to Lake Hamilton. Delonte Batiste and Will Butler check back in for Paragould. Braden Goodell also in for Lake Hamilton, replacing Noah Lyles.
Yeah, you know, Lake Hamilton, you know, traditionally they're always tough. Always got a good program. They have for a long time. Always.
Those teams played you guys in some Harrison tournaments, as I saw earlier. Coach Pennington does a good job down there in South, I guess South Central-ish Arkansas, if you can call it that. And now a turnover by Easter gives the ball back to the Rams. Hodges with a great pass. Great look up ahead, just out of the hands of Will Butler, and it's a turnover for the Rams back to Lake Hamilton. Full court pressure here by Paragould as the ball gets ahead to Davenport. Cross court to Easter. Rams still relentless here on some pressure. Good move inside. That's Wyatt Ray for Lake Hamilton with the left hand. He's got 6. And it's now a 10-point lead for the Wolves. McAllister to Batiste. Hodges to McAllister. Ball screen outside by Eccles. Now it's one-on-one from the block. Eccles, good strong move, too hard. John McAllister is going to be fouled here by Hudson Davenport. His second foul. So Wyatt Ray and Hudson Davenport both with 11. That might come back to help the Rams and hurt the Wolves later. We'll keep an eye on it. McAllister up top. Ball screen from Eccles. Eccles gets Ray pinned deep. Good move, Wyatt Eccles on the hollow pass from Will Butler. And now the Rams aren't matched, and now we've got a run out. Braden Goodell. Bucket for Lake Hamilton, and it's quickly back to a 10-point lead. Miscommunication there by the Rams, costing 2 points for Lake Hamilton. Lake Hamilton now in man-to-man. Side ball screen for Eccles. Hodges step back 3. It's good. Jacoby Hodges with his third 3-ball of the night. He's got 9 to lead all scorers. It's back to a 7-point game.
They need to get a stop here. Maybe get a stop in a bucket. You build a little momentum.
Easter to Davenport. Davenport to Goodell. And Goodell stepped on the end line. It's a turnover Rams. Good possession there. And getting a stop with 4:43 left. The Rams have trailed by at least 10 on 2 different occasions. The bucket right here, Jeff, would really put the Rams back in business, down 7. Batiste, ball screen, 3-ball, it's good.
That high screen and roll has been giving them some problems.
Delonte Batiste with his first 3-ball of the night. That's the 6th 3 for the Rams, and just like that, once again, Victor Easter quickly down the floor, pushing the lead back to 6. Coach Pennington takes a timeout. 4:14 left in the opening half.
I think he's going to go over that high pick and roll during this timeout. You know, probably make an adjustment on it because we've got 2 wide open 3s off that high screen and roll around 3-point line.
Coach Pennington talking to official Jacob Sanders a little bit after that timeout. You know, probably that timeout strategically placed there just to get a word in the official's mouth. I don't really know. Maybe he's upset with some high illegal screening, maybe action.
Possibly,
but,
yeah.
You know, this game's super, super physical. Some good ball screens being set, and that's really helping the Rams early. Again, Lake Hamilton's girls defeated Manila in the championship game right before that, 66-60. Messiah Christian, the MVP from Lake Hamilton, Sanaya Cook, Haley Ferguson, Amaya Easter on the all-tournament team for the Wolves. Hadley Goodson, Chloe Helms, and Madison Kuhn, the all-tournament performers for Coach Chad LaRose and the Manila Lady Lions. 28-22, Lake Hamilton.
I wouldn't be surprised to see him go back to the zone at this timeout.
Looks like a 1-3-1. 1-3-1 here by Coach Pennington. Again, the chess match that you have out of timeouts. Switching from man to zone, zone to man. Batiste finds Chipman. Chipman post feed to Eccles. Eccles receives 3, puts the ball on the floor again, and the ball gets tipped out. That's a turnover for the Rams. Easter into the front court against man-to-man defense for the Rams. Easter out to Ray. Up top to McCain. Lake Hamilton might have gotten away with the travel there. And Easter controls it with 10 seconds. High ball screen here from Ray. Easter down the middle, contested by McAllister, but doesn't matter. Victor Easter with his 10th point. He leads all scorers. Batiste up top to McAllister. McAllister cross court to Jacoby Hodges. One more pass to Chipman. It's good. Aiden Chipman with a 3 ball. That's the 7th made 3 for the Rams already in the first half, and it's 30-25. Lake Hamilton. 7 made 3s, Jeff. They made 13 yesterday. Paragould might have found their rhythm a little bit in the middle of December. Ray cross court to Goodell. Good ball movement by the Wolves. That 3 ball by Davenport, no good. Rebound cleared by Eccles. Hodges into the front court to Chipman.
We get a bucket here to really put some game pressure on him.
Delonte Batiste from the 10-foot line. Air ball no good to Eccles. Back to Batiste. Batiste to Hodges. One more short. Wyatt Eccles with the tip in. And it's 30-27. Blake Hamilton. You know, that's another thing, too, with Paragould shooting the 3 ball. That opens up the opportunity for offensive rebounding. And, you know, Paragould's got a good mix of both of that. Like Hamilton has a good mix of offensive rebounding. Has a great backdoor cut. Victor Easter. What a pass. Braden Goodell on the assist there. Easter finishing off 2 feet with contact. Wyatt Eccles on the foul for the Rams. That's his first foul.
You know, his basketball IQ, you know, he turned his head for a second right there, and he knew instantly the backdoor cut and got a layup off of it.
Great offense there by Lake Hamilton. Hunter Burke checks in for the Wolves. Noah Lyles Hunter Burke for the Rams. Noah Lyles for Lake Hamilton. Easter finishing and 1. Easter no good, and we got a holding foul on Noah Lyles from Lake Hamilton.
Mitchell, this Paragould team goes about 9 deep, don't they?
They're pretty talented. I think out of the 9, 8 seniors, and anytime you can put 8 seniors on the floor, those guys have been through the East. I know they haven't made it out of the state tournament or anything yet, but they've been through the 5A East year in and year out. Very experienced. Batiste. As we have a defensive foul on Hudson Davenport. That should be his 3rd, I believe, on the Lake Hamilton senior. Hunter Burke there.
They had to be on the floor. I don't think they had to be on the floor.
Also didn't even see did the basket go into after. I know it was before the shot, so that's what the referees were talking about. So something to see here. Coach Pennington leaving Davenport in with 1:51 left. He's guarding Hunter Burke. Hunter Burke, good offensive rebounder.
I'd go at him.
Might be some disastrous stuff here for Lake Hamilton if Ray were to get his 4th. Good ball movement here by the Rams. There's a post feed. There's Hunter Burke. Straight up, good defense.
He can't be aggressive. He cannot be aggressive.
Hunter Burke taking advantage of the foul trouble. That's 2 points for the sophomore. 7 seniors, a sophomore and a junior in Batiste and Burke. And it's a 3-point game now. Paragould down 10, chipping away. A little late running jump here on Easter. McCain. Kick out to Lyles. Balls up to Easter with 15 on the shot clock. Easter with a nice Euro step. Left it short.
Got lucky.
His own rebound. What a move by Victor Easter. Missed. Just left the corner short. It's Paragould basketball with 1:08 left. Right before half. Again, Lake Hamilton switching defense into man. They did sub Davenport out. Wyatt Rays now guarding Hunter Burke. Wyatt Rays with 2 fouls. Burke to Hodges. Hodges left open. 3 ball, no good. Offensive rebound to McAllister. Hodges with a little bit of contact error. No foul call. Kicked out and threw it to Noah Wallace. See if Lake Hamilton goes 2 for 1 here. They can. They choose not to. Run and jump by Paragould. Ray with it out top. Switch on Victor Easter. See if they get a
that's smart.
Yep.
Clearing it out, you've got a mismatch.
Wyatt Ray was about to go ball screen again and ruin the switch. Ball in the corner to McCain. McCain loses it out of bounds, and it's a turnover for Lake Hamilton.
Well, if we get a bucket here, get some momentum going to the halftime will be huge.
15.5 left. Coach Bennington switching to 2-1-2 as he calls out 2. I'm not giving away any scouting information. If you're scouting Lake Hamilton, you can hear Coach Bennington yelling 2, and you can't figure that out. That's your own fault. So all my coaches out there watching, y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all gonna watch this back. Lake Hamilton head coach Scotty Pennington with 2 sons at SAU. Both really, really good scorers. Cross court pass to McAllister, no good. Wyatt Eccles short on the offensive rebound.
Foul, don't foul it straight up.
Easter from beyond half. Fails, no good, and that will end the first half. Very high pace, very physical. Lots of offensive rebounds, lots of 3 balls. Very good game to watch. It's 32-29, Lake Hamilton at the half from Doc Painter Court.
Yeah, it's been a good first half, up and down, a lot of scoring. Both teams shooting the 3 ball well. Both teams playing, physical, good, good clean physical ball. It's been a good game, good half.
Jacoby Hodges leads the Rams with 9 points. Victor Easter with 11, I believe, for Lake Hamilton. 8 points for Kyler Foster. Delonte Batiste with 3. Wyatt Eccles with 4. The Rams ended up shooting it well. They didn't shoot it well early to start. I think they made 7 3 balls in the first half. What do you think some keys to the second half are going to be for Coach Watson and Coach Garmrath?
I think we're going to have to keep them off the offensive boards. You hold them to 1 shot. I think they'll make an adjustment because every time Eccles gets the ball deep in the post, they're running a double at him. So he's either going to have to make a quick move or kick it out instantly, because they're doubling every time he gets that. And I'd like to see Batista get going a little bit more in the second half. I think he will.
Very, very capable junior guard, Delonte Batiste, a 6-foot junior guard. Did hit 1 3, hit 5, hit 3 last night, had 11 total points for the Rams in their victory over Westside. But I agree with you, Jeff. Those 3 balls are going to start falling. You're on that second half rim with the bench, to your credit. And for Coach Bennington, Lake Hamilton, I think it all starts and ends with Victor Easter.
Yeah.
He's the engine that makes it go. He's the head of the snake, so to speak. He facilitates for everybody else. Now, we've got some good players. Hudson Davenport's good. Wyatt Ray's good. The kids off the bench, Noah Lyles has played well. They've only played 6 kids so far, Lake Hamilton, and everything starts at number 0.
That's something to look at too. We played 9 to 36 kids. Maybe we can wear them down, get later in the 4th quarter there, maybe.
Lake Hamilton has played 3 games in 3 days. Very state tournament-like atmosphere last night against Wildwood. Crowds obviously thinned down a little bit tonight, but do have a pretty decent crowd with it being a Saturday at 5 o'clock. But a great turnout for Paragould as this is the last competitive year inside Doc Painter. Jeff, I'd be remiss to ask, what's a top Doc Painter Court memory for you as a player?
Probably my 10th grade year. Played Cersei here, and hitting a 3 at the buzzer to beat them was pretty, because we went down to Searcy, they beat us about 20 that year, and they was kind of talking noise to us, and it was a little bit of a rivalry.
Yeah.
And hitting that 3 to beat them felt good, because we did not like Searcy, and they didn't like us. It was a good rivalry.
The long time, obviously, Coach Dr. Robert or Bob Painter coached the Rams for 25 years, won over 483 games as the helm of the Bulldogs and the Rams, and has over 900 career wins at stops like UT Martin, the university school, and man, what a legend. I've heard so many stories with my father-in-law working for Doc Painter, and just this place, I mean, it's historic. I know it's my first year coaching in here, but we've been around it for forever, and it's just, I don't know, there's something about this place. Like right now, there might be 200 people in here, but it's as loud as it's ever been.
And I like it because as a fan, you're right on top of the court on the action. You know, like there's not a bad seat in the house.
There's not. And, you know, they've really put a lot of time and effort and energy into the new arena. It's only going to host about 1,400, in between 14 to 500 people, but the locker room amenities are going to be great. You know what that locker room looks like down there. Those locker rooms are a little old. They're a little tiny, and it's been long overdue, but we love this place. It's not going anywhere. I'm sure there will be some renovations and stuff to it as we move throughout the year, just to make it a little bit younger and still keep the atmosphere. And we plan on hosting the Shootout every year, so we will play games at Doc Painter Court regardless throughout the year. But our new home right across the parking lot here will be pretty nice.
You know, my question for volleyball, will they still play volleyball games in here some? Because that's a great atmosphere for volleyball.
They are. They're one to play all of their competition games over there, but I'm sure they will still play some type of games over here. And, you know, they can host their own tournament, host their team camps, and get stuff like that going.
Yeah, you're right. You got multiple gyms now. You can have team camps. You know, you got more resources now, which is really, really good for your community of Paragould.
It's nice. It is very, very nice. So if you're listening out there, you know, choice for the goal. Still have school choice as a thing. I'm Jimmy Dodd Jr., by the way, talking about all my NIL money, but no, only kidding. 32-29 at the half. We talked about a favorite Doc Painter court memory. What might be a favorite Doc Painter himself memory?
To me, when he coached, he didn't raise his voice, but when he gave you that look, you knew it's time to listen. You know, it's time to listen. And you know, for me, he was a perfect coach for me because I was emotional, fired up, and he was the calm one. You know, the calm one for me, and he was perfect for me to play for. Gave you freedom to play. He gave his players freedom, which I think is a really good thing.
Right. I've heard Coach Jay Robertson, one of the better players to ever put on a Ram uniform, say a similar thing. You know, I heard him talk about how Coach Painter was not going to raise his voice, but you knew that when he talked, and you could tell when he was stern that was the topic. You know, that's, I'm not going to lie, that's something that I don't do a very good job of. That's something that I can learn from at times. But again, a great memory, a great man that, you know, you get the court named after you is a pretty big deal.
Yeah, it is. You know, he played against George Mike in college.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
That's incredible. George Mike and shout out on the screen or not.
Yeah, he was at Tennessee Martin. He was the AD there and the head men's basketball coach there.
We have a plaque out the trophy cases here at Doc Painter Court, explaining all of his accolades and accomplishments. Again, 25 years as the head coach of the then Bulldogs. Coached through a name transition, was like the teacher evaluator for the school district for a while after he got done coaching. But over 40 plus years of coaching and mentoring young men and women. Again, I would be remiss if we didn't mention Coach Bob Painter on a Paragould broadcast.
You know, I kind of looked at his record, an average a year. It was like 21 and 7 a year. That's just, I mean, that is hard to beat right there.
It's hard to beat over 40 plus years of winning 20 games. If I make it to 40, my average is over 20 wins a year, I'm going to be pretty tickled pink as the Rams are coming out of the locker room. 32-29, Blake Hamilton. Seen some good memories in here. Seen some good coaches in here. What about some players? Who would you this is a hot button topic. Let's just go with maybe not a Paragould starting 5, but just do a Paragould Mount Rushmore, a Paragould top 5, no particular order. All-time Paragould Rams. You can throw yourself in there. You can do whatever you want.
I'm gonna take myself out, but
Okay.
I'm gonna go Brandon Clifford, obviously. Then you got Nathan Newby, Jay Robertson. I would probably say probably have to put Josh Butler in there. He's got to be in the mix, and maybe John Engstrom. Maybe John Engstrom.
Ole Miss Tiny there. I kind of put you on the spot. So those were all solid answers. Of course, Josh Butler's son Zane playing at that school across town more recently, but my father-in-law has told me many Josh Butler stories in the past about him playing basketball and football here at Paragould High School. And then obviously John Engstrom, 7 foot, signed to play at Ole Miss, played a couple years at Ole Miss back in the mid-90s. Brandon Clifford, man, I remember sitting in here one night watching Brandon Clifford and R.J. Glasper go back and forth. And I don't know what is the single game scoring record, do you know?
I bet Brandon probably got it. I think it was like 48.
Yeah, he had 48 or 47 one night, and Glasper had 30, 38. Forest City was on those runs with R.J. Glasper and Trey Thompson, and it was back and forth. And it was just one of those nights, I'm sure, where Brandon thought the rim just looked 10 feet wide. I mean, everything he threw up was good. Obviously, Coach Watson on the bench for that one, the head coach now.
This is
an exciting player.
With this team, this is what I like, though. There ain't really just one guy that you got to key in on.
Sure.
There's about 6 or 7 players you got to key in on. That makes it tough to guard as a team.
Starting tonight, Batiste, Foster, Chipman, Hodges, Wyatt Eccles, arguably the best shooter on the roster, John McAllister, coming in off the bench. When you have a shooter of that caliber, and Galen Craig the other night, a couple of weeks ago against Brooklyn, hit 2 big threes in the second half. When you have shooters like that off the bench, that just makes your scouting report that much deeper. That's that much more energy and effort that you have to put into it. And you got a backup post player like Hunter Burke. He might be the 9th guy sitting over there, but you have to pay attention for him for his physicality and his effort, and that makes scouts that much harder.
This first 4 minutes of this third quarter is going to be crucial.
There's Eccles right there receiving another double team like you talked at half. Eccles inside again, no double team there, gets his man up and under, and that's good. It's exactly what you talked about, Jeff, at halftime. No double team there, received by Eccles. Eccles makes him pay, and it's a 1-point game with 7.5 left. Student section and bench getting a little bit fired up. There's Easter on a back screen. Nice set play there right out of the half by Coach Pennington to lead back to 3. Here's Aiden Chipman, grandson of Mike Chipman Sr., 1987 baseball state champion, and right on cue, Lantha Batiste. So getting Batiste going, getting it to Wyatt Eccles. Very good points there by Jeff Morton, and the Rams up 1. Davenport, air ball 3.
Good box out. Good box out by Wyatt.
There's a stop for the Rams. Well, I don't know. We don't have live stats right on it, but I don't know when the Rams had the lead or if they've had a lead tonight.
I don't think they have.
But here's a chance for the Rams to get the lead. 34-33, Lake Hamilton. Batiste on the skip pass to Hodges, looking for a set play there. Lake Hamilton gets out and deflects it out of bounds. 27 seconds on the shot clock. Chipman to Hodges. Lake Hamilton back in 2-1-2. Delonte Batiste.
I like that look, though. Catch and shoot. No hesitation. Just didn't go in.
Straight on cue, just hit off the back iron, and now McCain in the front court for Lake Hamilton. Ray with it out top, gets it to Easter. Cross court to Davenport. Davenport to Goodell. Skip pass to McCain. McCain doesn't think about it, lets it go short. Rebound to Aiden Chipman. Hodges up ahead to Batiste. Batiste cross court to Foster. Again, Tyler Foster to the rim, and the Rams have the lead. Tyler Foster with his 10th point. He had 8, the Rams' first 8 points, got in foul trouble, and now he's back. Easter between the legs, no look pass inside, and the lead is back to Lake Hamilton. What a play by Victor Easter.
Ain't much you can do about that.
Between the legs from behind, a no-look pass down to Ray as Foster turns it over for the Rams, and here's Easter in the front court. Finger roll layup, good. One-on-one there with Shipman, and the lead back to 3 for Lake Hamilton.
Just sit away and get a good possession right here.
Been pretty spot on with your halftime adjustments. We got it to Eccles, we got Batiste, Victor Easter. Cross court to Jacoby Hodges, no good. Rebound, Braden Goodell for Lake Hamilton. Coach Pennington, 6'4", 6'5", down on a knee over there. Not be 3 foot high now, but coaching his bunch up from Percy, Arkansas. Great backdoor cut, another cut. Wyatt Ray in the middle, too strong to Eccles, but good ball movement by Lake Hamilton as the Rams come ahead with Foster. Foster through the lane. Contact on the floor. Hudson Davenport's 4th foul, Jeff. That's a big blow maybe for Lake Hamilton, who's not as deep as Paragould.
With him out of the game now, I would probably try to go inside a little bit more. You know, that'd be an emphasis with him out of the game because he's the biggest and strongest player they got.
Galen Craig, John McAllister, and Will Butler checking in for the Rams. Lake Hamilton in man-to-man defense. You know, Lake Hamilton is a bigger bunch, but when you don't have Davenport out there, they're not nearly as big as what Paragould seems to be anymore, especially with Paragould countering with Will Butler, Foster, and Eccles. Side ball screen here, Foster and Eccles looking to go hollow. Great post feed, great drop step by Eccles. Easy 2 points there. It's 38-37. Eccles up to 8 for the Rams, and there's 4:25 left. Victor Easter.
What they're doing, they're sitting a back screen. He's coming off of it. They're going to have to give a bump, hedge it, or switch it. Because that's twice that's happened. He just went through there untouched off that screen.
And Coach Pennington ran some of that same action in the first half down here. Great offense there by Lake Hamilton. As Victor Easter fouled by John McAllister. McAllister's first. Easter to the line for 2, left that one short. 38-37. You know, one name that we haven't said a lot, John McAllister for the Rams, hasn't scored. I know he shot a couple right here on this end in the first half that looked good. Boy, but he's a name that we talk about coming in off the bench that if we could get the senior transfer going, the Rams could be tough to beat.
He's due for one, man. He's due for one, definitely.
38-37, Easter finishing the second of 2 shots here. And that one hits nothing but the bottom of the net. It's 39-37 with 4:16 left. Again, quick shout out to Mr. Zach Kent and Paragould Rams Sports Network as Paragould almost turns it over, but gets it back. Craig ahead to McAllister. Back to McAllister. Over to Butler, and that's going to be a backcourt violation for Paragould. Again, shout out to Mr. Zach Kent, Britton Hargrave. I see Peyton Burr here tonight. And all of Paragould Rams Sports Networks, all of the kids that bring us. We broadcast 2 gyms this week. You know, if you'd have told you back in 2000 that we'd be broadcasting games from the junior high gym, you probably would have thought we were crazy. Yeah,
we never would have thought it. That just seems, it just shows you how much it's come a while,
Little matchup zone look here, maybe, for Paragould, or that, or either McAllister's. Maybe a box and one on Easter.
Good closeout. Good closeout.
Paragould struggling a little bit to just get halfway organized. See that play right there, you're watching the basketball to see if it goes off McAllister, but I don't know if Goodell, I don't have instant replay here, I don't know if he threw that from out of bounds.
Yeah, I was thinking his foot might have hit first and then he threw that out of bounds off of him.
Either way, ball to Lake Hamilton, quick into Easter. Pivot back to McCain. McCain's 3 ball good. And the lead is back to 5. Quickly ahead to Foster.
Give us some, John.
Cross court to McAllister. Thought about it. No good into Foster. Foster up and under.
Yeah.
What an acrobatic finish by Kyler Foster. the senior up to 12 points now.
He had 2 uncles, Matt and Mark, good baseball players at Tech.
Very great finish by Kyler Foster. Foul was on Braden Goodell, his first. The second team foul on Lake Hamilton, and it is 42-39 with 3:05 left. Foster finishing and one. Nothing but the bottom. It's 42-40. Back and forth second half. 3 minutes left. Easter bringing the ball across the timeline against Will Butler. John McAllister picking up a hand check. That's McAllister's second, team's second. McCain to trigger the inbound for Lake Hamilton and does so to Easter. Brand new 35-second shot clock for Lake Hamilton. Back screen again, and a double stagger for Easter. Very well defended by Jacoby Hodges for Paragould. Easter out top, 17 on the shot clock. Over to Lyles. Lyles to Goodell, rips baseline, nobody home, floater, good. Braden Goodell from about 6 feet, and Lake Hamilton's lead is to 4.
You traveled it, you did it.
Foster with the travel, and it'll be sideline out of bounds for Lake Hamilton here with 2:18 left. Again, head girls coach Mitchell Weber here, alongside Paragould High School alum Jeff Morton, filling in for the Jimmy Dodd Jr. on Paragould Brand Sports Network. Easter straight down the middle and is fouled, and he'll shoot 2 shots.
I'll tell you, Mitchell, I might maybe this last 2-on-9 switch to a zone to give a different look, because they seem to be getting a pretty good rhythm against our man-to-man right now.
Will Butler picks up his first foul. Not much. I mean, there was some chess matching in the first half, switching defense. Pretty much both teams, as Easter leaves that short, both teams sticking to some solid man-to-man on both ends. Lake Hamilton is in a little bit of 2-1-2 that they started in early in the game. But not much switching there here in the third quarter so far. 2:09 left. Easter finishing the second shot. Left that one short. So Easter is 1 of 4 in the second half on the free throw line. Maybe that looms large for Lake Hamilton. It's a 4-point lead for the Wolves. Eccles fouled there by Eli McCain for Lake Hamilton.
I tell you, he was grabbing his shorts. I think maybe he's starting to get a little wore down, because we've been throwing different bodies out into the game, and maybe we're wearing him down just a little bit.
That is one thing about Paragould. I feel like they're relentless. I feel like they're physical and they're tough. And eventually, over time, even if they're not picking that up full court, that will wear physically, mentally. There's Foster inside with a lot of heavy traffic. Pass no good. And ball out front. Easter to McCain. McCain blocked by Foster.
That's us. Ooh.
No review in high school basketball.
That was off 20. Looked like it.
Again, Paragould bringing the ball. I'll never understand that. Paragould's trying to bring the basketball in. Lake Hamilton's trying to tip it out from Paragould. The law of physics just tells me that ball is going to go that way off of White. Offset stack here for Lake Hamilton on the sideline, baseline out of bounds. Wyatt Ray, screen and roll back, lost his dribble, doesn't matter. Wyatt Ray is up to 10 points now for Lake Hamilton. Hodges into the front court, down by 6. Batiste inside to Eccles. Eccles, great move baseline.
Lay that in.
Finds Batiste.
Should have laid that in, he had a layup.
Great move there by Wyatt. Eccles chose to kick out to Batiste, and now Victor Easter to the front court. Reverse finish. And it's now an 8-point lead. Victor Easter, Jeff, up to 19 points.
I'm sure he's getting some looks for some colleges. I think that's pretty much a no-brainer.
Braden Goodell on the foul there for Lake Hamilton, his second. Victor Easter, a 5'11" senior guard for Lake Hamilton. Isn't super big, but buckets are very big enough. If you can put that thing in the hole, you are good enough. Kyler Foster there on the foul, or draws a foul, excuse me. Wyatt Ray picks up his third, so Hudson Davenport set for Lake Hamilton with 4. Wyatt Ray now with 3. 47 seconds left. I know the game's getting close, but that also could be a little bit of an issue as Foster leaves it short.
He missed the second one as well.
Easter into the front court. Foster missing both of those. Slow step there by Easter. Noah Lyles with the offensive rebound. No good. Rebound to Foster. Easter does a good job playing with pace too. Obviously lightning quick, but that slow Euro step right there is Foster on the other end with his slow Euro step of his own. That slow Euro step, you know, the Euro step came back. Manu Ginobili. And now the Euro step, those kids are doing all kinds of stuff off Euro step. Slow and playing with pace. Foster up to 15. He leads the Rams in scoring. McCain, baseline drift out to Easter. 3-ball, good. Right before the horn. 22 points for the 5'11" senior guard. Big time shot by a big time kid. Victor Easter up to 22 points, making a name for himself. And a statement for the shootout MVP. 51-42. Rams in a very similar spot than what they were in the first quarter. Dug it all the way back, grabbed a 1-point lead and quickly lost it. You know, a lot of games this week in Bend. Teams ahead, fourth quarter comeback. Let's see if the Rams have one in them.
Yeah, I think if we can get a couple threes to fall, get a, maybe get some stops and maybe push it, get some, transition, get a couple easy buckets, get a little momentum going, maybe get back in this game.
Such a great, the Rams 5-0, I believe, on the year. Quality wins over Westside, over Brooklyn.
This game will help them for 5A East play because this will be a state tournament team come March right here.
Lake Hamilton now to the 5A South, I believe. Again, Lake Hamilton and Paragould here in the 31st, or first, excuse me, boys final of the First National Bank Shootout. Lake Hamilton in white, Paragould in red. Lake Hamilton 3-2 on the year. From the 5A South, backdoor cut, McCain left it long, and rebound to Eccles. Hodges into the front court, back to Eccles. Batiste, corner 3, left it short, and rebound to McCain. Great play by Foster. Up and in, just left it short. Easter not agreeing with the foul call there, and maybe wanted a foul earlier on Foster. Instead, the senior from Paragould will shoot 2. Lake Hamilton 3-2 on the year, wins over Neenah, Harding, Jackson, losses to Jacksonville and Nashville, and have beaten Dermott, 3-2 on the year. Neenah was a benefit game, and beat Blytheville last night 55-52, beat Dermott as Foster makes the first one 54-45. In the opening round. Foster up to 16. Good games by Kyler Foster for Paragould and Victor Easter for Lake Hamilton. Second shot, good. And Jeff, we have a foul on Lake Hamilton. That's Wyatt Ray. Wyatt Ray with his 4th foul, and the Rams will get the ball back on the baseline.
Well, if we get a 3 here, it'll really put some game pressure on them.
Need a 3-ball. I don't need a 3-ball, need a bucket, but a 3-ball here gets a little bit of life back into Doc Painter. Gets the Rams back into it. Back screen, ball screen here from Eccles. Oh, Wyatt rolls deep. No high-low. Jacoby Hodges. Pick and roll with Foster. Eccles looking inside to Foster. And we got another hold on Lake Hamilton. Lake Hamilton up to 3 fouls now.
If we get a double bonus, you know, here in about a minute or two, that'd be crucial for the rest of this game.
Lake Hamilton up to 3. Obviously, if you've been watching basketball for a long time, the old rules of 1-and-1s after 7 and double bonus after 10 or no more. Double bonus after 5. So Lake Hamilton up to 3. High-low pass, great set. Foster with a double team, great pass out. Collier, Foster, and here comes the Rams. Here comes also Victor Easter, straight down the middle. Straight down the middle, nothing to it. Seems like every time the Rams get a big answer, you know who's getting it in white. Easter with 24. There goes Eccles. Eccles and McAllister battling for the offensive rebound out of bounds to Lake Hamilton.
It's really hard to press Easter. When he gets the ball, it's hard to stay in front of him.
Lake Hamilton hailing from the 5A South, a 9-team league with Benton, Sheridan, El Dorado, Arkansas High, Hot Springs, Lakeside, Pine Bluff, and Whitehall. From Percy, Arkansas. Backdoor cut by Easter. Easter right at Eccles. Foul on the 6'5" senior forward. Victor Easter will go to the line and shoot 2. You know, Jeff, Easter not very big. Roster has him at 5'11".
I'm thinking 5'9", 5'10". What do you think?
But with he's probably 5'11", definitely with shoes on. But I'll say that to say, those buckets don't run. You can be as tiny as you want to, but if you can put that thing in the hole, somebody will find you. He's going to make a good college guard for somebody one day. He did miss that free throw again, so he is 1 of 5 in the second half. I know for sure from the free throw line. Cash, misses the second one too, and Easter misses both. Foster ahead to Matisse, thought about it. Out to Jacoby Hodges, 53-46 with 6:15 left here at Doc Painter. Zone look here by Lake Hamilton. Eccles. Over to Foster. Foster thought about it. Drives to the nail. Kick back to Chipman. Big shot if it goes. Chipman no good. Rebound to Goodell, and Easter off to the races for Lake Hamilton. Ooh. Wyatt Ray no good. Rebound to Easter. Back up and in. Good for number 0 in white. He's got 26. And it's a 9-point lead.
Good give and go. Good give and go out there.
Back cut action. Wyatt Eccles to Collier Foster. Foster up to 21. Timeout Paragould. And with 5 minutes and 39 seconds left in the knot, Lake Hamilton leads by 7. I know they'll have this on in the Paragould High School cafeteria, the hospitality room. If you are listening, I know some of you are. Coach Weber's coming to get a drink after this. He's parched. Don't put it all away. Pretty good crowd though for a, not a massive crowd obviously, but a pretty good crowd there for a Saturday. Good home crowd on this side. That is one thing I will miss about playing in Doc Painter. You could have 50 people in here, and this thing would be pretty hot and it would be pretty rolling.
I'm just wondering, do you think during this timeout they might try to tweak their defense a little bit, give them a different look these last 5:39?
I definitely think some of that stuff that has to be played on the defensive end. Like Hamilton been in 2-1-2 there the last possession, had been playing man-to-man. Paragould running good high-low, good give and go, good pick-and-roll stuff. Let's see here. Lake Hamilton will inbound. Paragould showing full-court man. Been running and jumping, been choosing when to run and jump sometimes in the half court as well. Regular full court man here. Chipman jumps it with Hodges. Easter ahead to Lyles.
Ooh, he had that.
Great run and jump there by the Rams, just short. Easter to Lyles. Lyles to McCain. Pull-up jumper from 15 feet long.
Foul. That's his 5th, ain't it?
White Ray.
And that is White Ray's fifth personal foul. Again, that's something that we've been talking about. 5'19's a long time. With White Ray, the 6'5" senior forward, checking out for Lake Hamilton. Hudson Davenport in, also with 4 fouls. A situation that we'll definitely have to watch moving forward if the Rams can take advantage. But Lake Hamilton, an extended 2-on-2, that'll help a little bit of the size advantage.
He's due to get one. He's due to get one.
No good. 8 rebound for McCain. Great rebound there by Eli McCain. Eli McCain going to have to help out a little bit down there without Wyatt Ray for the next 5 minutes. Rams space guarding Easter now. Lyles down to the rim. No good. Rebound to Batiste.
All you see is attack the rim here because the next foul is going to be double bonus.
Kick out 3, Foster short, no good. Rebound Jacoby Hodges. Hodges to Batiste. Rams need one. Rams get one. 55-51, 4.5 left. Delonte Batiste with his 8-point full timeout. Lake Hamilton, and it's a 4-point game with 4:26 left. So the situation we have, Paragould's in the bonus. Lake Hamilton fouls one more time. Paragould will be shooting 2 free throws the rest of the way out. Got to be thinking that's something that Coach Watson and Coach Garmrath over there are telling their kids. Play off 2 feet, pass fakes, pivots, play strong around the rim. The very next foul that you're going to get, you're shooting free throws.
Yeah, you're right. I like to see us, attack the rim a little bit more and just stop settling for threes as much. Even though we hit one there, we missed a few in a row. Go to the rim, try to get the free throw line, get your rhythm that way.
And you've mentioned it before with those guys that are in foul trouble. Those guys can't be aggressive down there. They have to wall up. They have to contain. You would like to think that would open up stuff for Eccles. That would open up stuff Foster around the rim. Your game plan has to change. I know it's still late. There's 4:26-ish left. And you have 4 fouls, so you got to play. Like Hamilton's bench is not deep.
Nope.
If Davenport were to foul out, we have not seen anybody else other than the 5 that are on the floor. Wyatt Ray fouled out for Lake Hamilton. They'd have to dig into that bench a little bit.
The Rams, you got to give them credit because they've been down 8 or 9, but Lake Hamilton hadn't quite hit that knockout blow on them.
Correct.
They've kept grinding, and now they're in the ball game with a chance to win it.
Lake Hamilton did play a JV game this morning due to some scheduling conflicts. So those guys over there sitting on the bench have already played a full game today too. Just a situation that my nerdy self has to think about and remember. Easter into the front court, run and jump by Hodges and Chipman, gets it across to Davenport. Easter settles it. Constant pressure by the Rams to make Easter give it up. And the Rams get a costly turnover. 4:11 left, 4-point game.
Let's get a bucket here.
We might have saved the best game of the tournament for the last one. 2-on-2 look by Lake Hamilton. Batiste to Chipman. Chipman to Foster. Foster skip past Jacoby Hodges. There's the attack the middle.
That's not a walk. That is not a walk. He had his pivot foot down.
Referee Dijon Brown might have saying that Tyler Foster drug his pivot foot. He's telling Coach Watson he picked up his pivot foot. I'm not gonna lie, Jeff. I don't know about that one. I like the official that made that call. Good official, but I don't know. I'm also really, really biased.
I am too.
Rams run and jump here. Davenport with a tip out. Here comes Batiste. A lot of contact there. No foul call. Easter slow step the lane. Bucket for the senior guard from Lake Hamilton. Easter up for 28 points. He's had a heck of a game for the Wolves. Chipman.
Go to it. Ooh, it's on.
So Foster. Skip pass. Stolen by McCain. Ahead to Noah Lyles by himself. Finger roll good, and Lake Hamilton's lead quickly back to 8 with nearing 3 minutes left. Foster, kick out Chipman, that needs to go. No good, rebound Foster, up and in. Coach Garmrath and Coach Watson wanting a foul call there around the rim. Kyler Foster up to 23.
John Coy ain't too happy about that, was he?
John Coy wanting a foul there on Hudson Davenport. Of course, Coach Garmrath, 2011 Paragould High School graduate.
He's got a lot of his dad in him. His dad was very intense coach. I love Coach Garmrath.
Steve Garmrath, coach at Paragould High School, legendary athlete for the Paragould Bulldogs, went on to play football at UCA. The late Steve Garmrath, a great man. John Coy Garmrath, assistant coach for the Rams, wanting a foul there. Knows the foul count. Hudson Davenport battling down there. Did a good job walling up. Was in contact. Collier Foster up to 23 points. And it is 59-53 with 3:03 left. Still a lot of game left.
A lot of game left. It's going to come down to the Rams. Going to have to get a couple stops if they want to win this game, though. That's what it's going to come down to.
No, the ball has to get out of Easter's hands, which is easier said than done. You know, something to look for. Kobe Hodges been kind of quiet this first quarter. Hit 3 big threes first.
Too happy about that, wasn't he?
It's been a lot of Colin Foster, a lot of Wyatt Eccles on Hudson Davenport, and very capable kids on the floor for the Rams. Of course, Coach Garmrath, 2011 Paragould High School graduate. Starting post player Wyatt Ray fouled out with about 5 minutes left. Hudson Davenport with 4. Victor Easter with 30 points. Brings the ball across for Lake Hamilton. A rare turnover by Victor Easter.
You got to tackle. Ooh, man.
Hodges, cross court to Chipman. Chipman, Foster, inside to the big man Eccles. Kick out 3, Delonte. No good, Jacoby Hodges.
Keep chipping away.
59-55, Lake Hamilton. I just need to start mentioning players' names because it seems to happen. Jacoby Hodges with a big bucket. He's got 11. Cross court to Lyles. And there's 2 minutes remaining. Collier Foster.
We get 2 free throws, yeah.
I thought that might have been a foul on Hudson Davenport. Foul on Victor Easter. It should be 2 shots.
2 shots.
Should be 2 shots.
Yeah.
Collier Foster. Great play. Victor Easter with his second foul. Victor Easter has 28 points. I said 30 earlier. 28 points. Collier Foster. Excuse me.
Crucial free throws right here.
6'3" senior guard. Step into the line for 2. Foster has 23. It's 59-55 with 2 minutes left. 2 minutes and 17 seconds left. Foster short.
Just a little more lift on it. It was on line, just a little short.
59-55, 2:17 left. Collier Foster to the line, finishing 2 shots. Foster up to 23 points on the night. That one's short, but rattles home. It's a 3-point game. And the Rams almost turn it over. So we've been talking about the full-court press. Paragould not backing down at all. Hasn't let up off the pressure. I love watching this Paragould team compete. 3-point game with 2 minutes and 17 seconds left. Easter, run and jump, Chipman and Hodges. Over to Lyles. That's who you want to have it if you're Paragould. Back to Easter. Foul on Aiden Chipman. His first. Chipman with 3 points on the night. Only the second foul for Paragould in the 4th. Davenport inbounds it to Lyles.
I'd get a little pressure on this guy. He looks a little, number 5, a little shaky with it.
Under 2 minutes remaining. Here's the pressure. The run and jump. Cross court to Goodell. Into the hands of Easter. Guarded by Hodges. Easter down the lane.
Offensive foul. That's offensive foul. It's offensive foul. Gotta be.
Oh, both referees don't know what to call. Oh. Foul called to Collier Foster. I'm a little bit biased, Jeff, but I honestly don't know what else he has to do.
I thought he was there.
Walking foul called on Collier Foster. His 3rd. Victor Easter to the line, shooting 2. Obviously, all of the Paragould Ram faithful did not agree with the call.
I thought the outside guy had a charge. Did you see him kind of getting ready to punch
Both officials Both officials called a foul. Both officials didn't want to call a foul. And the result is a blocking foul on the 6'3" senior guard for Paragould. (59-56). Easter has been bad from the free throw line in the second half. And misses that one, 59-56.
I just wondered if some of that pressure in his legs are a little bit gone right now.
It's got to be. He's a great basketball player. Second half struggles from the free throw line, but gets that one. He's now got 29. And the senior guard proving why he's the best player in white tonight. Up to 29 points. A great effort.
Foul on him.
And a foul on Hudson Davenport for Lake Hamilton. And there's still just a minute 37 left. Is a long time.
And now they have absolutely no size at all. That takes all their size out of the game.
Wyatt Ray and Hudson Davenport, both 6'4", out of the game. They do have a 6'4" Trent Bailey who does check in. 6'4" senior forward, number 44, Trent Bailey checks in for the first time tonight.
This is tough to come in when you haven't been in all game and play the last minute 30 of a 4-point ball game. That's a lot of pressure on you.
Foster's first free throw up is good. It's 60-57 with 1:37 left in the fourth quarter. Again, Mitchell Weber, Jeff Morton here filling in for the Jimmy Dodd Jr. And a lane violation.
He did get in early. He did.
The free throw was good, but a lane violation.
Yep.
Foster up to 25. 60-57 with 1:37 left. Lyles inbounds to McCain. McCain back to Lyles, guarded by Chipman. Here comes the run and jump by Batiste.
We traveled.
Gets it to Easter. Easter in the corner to Goodell. Shot clock gonna become a factor here late. Blake Hamilton dribbling it out. Here comes Easter. Down the lane, floater up, short. No
Hit him in the head, there we go, yeah.
Rebound for Wyatt Eccles, and Wyatt Eccles will shoot 2 free throws. A minute 14 left, Wyatt Eccles to the line. Foul on Victor Easter, he's got 3. 29 points for the senior. Wyatt Eccles, 6'5" senior forward to the line for the Rams.
Big shot, big shot.
His free throw up good. Eccles up to 9 points now. If by some chance you are just tuning in, you missed a good one. It's a 2-point game with a minute 14 left. Second one up, good, 60-59. Both teams have 2 timeouts left. Eccles up to 10. Here comes Easter. Timeout. Coach Bennington. 1:08 left, 60-59.
This is fun. It's been a fun one.
Jimmy Dodd's missing out, I know that. The Rams faithful showing their support.
I'll say this, if I'm Jace, I would continue to double, try to get the ball out of him and make somebody else beat me here.
Sure. It'll be easier said than done.
Yeah,
We've been running and trapping at Easter all night. He's up to 29. I'm pretty sure he had 25, 27 going into the fourth quarter. Hasn't scored a ton, missed a couple free throws in the fourth. But you're right. You know exactly where it's going. Can you stop it? The thing to watch, though, for Lake Hamilton, they don't have experienced size out on the floor right now. Wyatt Ray has been out since about 5 minutes left. Hudson Davenport went out with 1:37 left. Can guys like Collier, Wyatt Eccles, they capitalize on them being out of the game? Paragould with 2 timeouts. Lake Hamilton just used their 4th timeout, so they will have 1 remaining. Lake Hamilton not in the bonus. Paragould with 3 fouls. Paragould is in the bonus as Lake Hamilton has 5+ team fouls. Here comes Easter, run and jump. Easter gets it to Lyles. Back to Easter, more run and jump by the Rams. Easter down the lane. Straight into the chest of wide Echols. Missed it, no good.
Good possession here. Get something going to the rim.
Hayden Shipman, short, no good. Rebound, Lantha Garmrath.
Let's get something on the rim.
45 seconds left. See what the Rams get drawn up. Down by 1.
Get to him.
Big Tiger group, y'all better clip this call if we get one. Batiste, Hodges, down inside, it'll be baseline out of bounds. Let's Coach Watson call a timeout. We're calling something over here. My buddy Mitchell Cole setting 3 rows down from us, everybody on their feet. Mitchell Weber up in the crow's nest on his feet. Into Batiste, timeout. Jace Watson.
If I will try to get an inbound to get the ball to White right now, I would.
Go right at the lack of size. It'll be Paragould basketball, 19 seconds on the shot clock. 29.4 seconds, so a 10-second differential if you're not good at math.
I'm sure he's going here, if we don't score, do you want to try to get a trap or two and foul after that? I mean, I'm sure because with, this much time, you can probably get 1 or 2 traps and then probably foul.
And that's something that maybe the average basketball fan's not thinking about. They're thinking about what play are we drawing up. Coach Watson and Coach Garmrath are drawing up that play, but they're also talking about make or miss. What are we doing here? They still have 2 fouls to give before they get in the bonus, so if they are behind, they're going to have to play it smart. What do you do if you get the lead? Same thing for Lake Hamilton. You got to worry about the defend. If you're down, you're running this. If you're up, we're trying to keep the ball away, make Paragould come foul and shoot free throws. I know this. If Paragould scores right here, I know exactly who's getting it and what. Easter's going to get that thing in what. Both teams do have 1 timeout apiece, so expect some stoppages there. Box set for the Rams. Chipman clears to the corner. Wide open 3 up the backboard, no good. Buster rebound up and no good. Tip in, no good. A lot of contact there around the rim. The 3-point shot was good. Shot it a little early. The good thing about shooting that early is there's still a ton of time left. Paragould with the foul there. Both teams will be in the bonus now.
I would go 1 trap and I get it past half court, you got a foul. Don't you?
Lake
Lake
Hamilton now out of timeout with 20.1 seconds left. Shipman missed a wide open 3. Good look.
Had a 2 tips right there with a chance to take the lead. You couldn't ask for anything else better.
2 back-to-back offensive rebounding opportunities by Foster. Just short. But man, what a game. What a game here at Dodd Painter Court.
Lake Hamilton, that's their final timeout. I'm sure that's probably be discussed, probably a full deny, maybe try to get a 5-second call here as well.
Paragould has shown great full court man-to-man pressure. Lots of switching, lots of physicality. A 5-second call here would be huge. The Rams do have 1 timeout left. Noah Lyles, the 5'8" guard for Lake Hamilton, will inbound. The ball goes to McCain.
That's what you want to foul. That's a good foul. Yeah.
Foul on Eli McCain. Only 3 seconds off the clock. Eli McCain goes to the line. Aiden Shipman with his 2nd foul. 5 fouls now against the Rams, so Lake Hamilton will shoot 2. Even if he makes both, Jeff, still down 1 possession.
With this much time, I'll probably maybe attack. If you're down 3, get a layup, get a quick timeout. If you got 1 left.
McCain rattles. Oh, yeah, still decent amount of time left if they go quick. Big free throw here upcoming from McCain. No good. Rebound to Echols. 2-ball ties it, 3-ball wins it. Lake Hamilton switching to man-to-man. Shipman left open. Shipman for 3. No good. And foul on Eastern. We have a technical foul.
On Eastern, ain't it?
We have a technical foul assessed against Victor Easter. So we will have a foul on Kyler Foster. Should be, right?
Yeah.
Kyler Foster with the foul because the Rams were short. Aiden Shipman, I'm sorry, with the foul. So, what a game. So, Victor Easter gets the rebound. Aiden Chipman fouls with 7.3 left. A little bit of extracurricular activity. The referee calls a technical foul, we believe, on Victor Easter for Lake Hamilton.
They're discussing it right now, trying to get it sorted out.
We also have, if we could maybe get that camera maybe away from that. We do have an injured player for Lake Hamilton. That's Eli McCain down there towards the end of the bench. Anyway, Aiden Chipman with a 3-ball, a good look.
Yeah,
rebound goes to Victor Easter.
The technical foul on these,
Coach Pennington just found out about the technical foul against Victor Easter. So,
they're going to shoot the 2 down here, the 2 right here, Perry gets the ball.
So now, in an interesting sequence, Victor Easter assessed a technical foul for extracurriculars after the play. So Victor Easter will shoot 2 free throws. Paragould will then come down and shoot 2 free throws here with 7.3 left and get the basketball back, sideline out of bounds.
John Coy's he's over getting ready to draw some up as we speak.
Paragould does have 1 timeout left. 7.3 left. These free throws here are massive. Easter has not shot the free throw line. Well, 1 of 8 in the second half on the free throw line for the senior. First free throw is up and rattles home. So again, he's shooting free throws. Paragould's going to get the ball back. There's no need for rebounders down there. He's shooting 2 free throws because they're in the double bonus. And makes the second.
Now you got the T down here.
It's now 63-55. Paragould should shoot 2 technical free throws here. They're sending Delonte Batiste to the line. As big as Easter's free throws were, these 2 are even bigger.
Yeah.
Delonte Batiste, Easter now with 4 points, including 4 fouls, after the technical. Easter up to 31. Delonte Batiste to the line for Paragould. Nothing but the bottom of the net. 63-67.3 left. Batiste, the 6-foot junior guard, will have 1 more. Delonte Batiste.
Here's what you got. 7 seconds. You got enough time to drive, go to the rim, or, all options are open right here with 7 seconds to go.
7.3 left. Paragould still with a timeout. Drawing something up like Hamilton in 2-1-2. And there's your final timeout by Jace Watson. 63-61. 7.3 left. Paragould ball sideline out of bounds. We've had a little bit of it all. We've had offensive rebounds. We've had threes. We've had a technical foul. Everybody out of timeouts. Again, if you're just tuning us, Paragould with multiple looks, under 20 seconds left. Victor Easter, the star player for Lake Hamilton, who has 31 points, secures the rebound. Aiden Chipman with the quick foul to prolong the game. A tussle down towards the end of the Paragould bench resulted in a Victor Easter technical foul. Easter makes both to push it to 4. Delonte Batiste shoots the technical free throws. 63-61. Lake Hamilton with 7.3 left. It is Paragould basketball. Sideline out of bounds. No timeouts for either team. This is the last possession.
With Paragould here, you got to go over either a man, if we're playing man and a zone, you got to go every avenue here, go over during that timeout.
All right, if you're one of those coaches out there, get your napkins ready. Let's see what Paragould has drawn up. Maybe it's a set to get a look. John McAllister checked in for the Rams. Something to keep an eye on here. We've got Batiste, Eccles, Foster, Hodges, and McAllister for the Rams in the Shootout championship game.
Get it in. You got to get it in.
Ball into McAllister. Over to Batiste. Over back to McAllister. 1 dribble pull up. It's a good look. Air ball no good. And that will be the ball game. Lake Hamilton survives. And the first boys champion of the shootout is the Lake Hamilton Wolves, 63-61. Jeff, it's been fun. I've got to jet out and go down there. Thank you to all who have sponsored. What a game for the Rams and Wolves. The post-game ceremony coming up next.
Ladies and gentlemen, if we could have your attention, please. Our Players of the Game Awards are sponsored by locally owned and operated Lennox Insurance in downtown Paragould. Lennox is proudly owned by the Holden Smith family, and we appreciate their generosity to the tournament. With that being said, the Lennox Insurance Player of the Game for the Paragould Rams is number 22, Kyler Foster. And the Lennox Insurance Player of the Game for the Lake Hamilton Wolves is number 10, Braden Goodale.
Now we will move on to our post-game awards ceremony. This is the first boys' First National Bank Shootout. It's been a girls' tournament for 30 plus years. It could not have ended, I mean, no offense, guys. It could not have ended any better. That was a really, really good game. I would be, no pressure on either one of you two, but if you're not playing in late February and March, something's wrong. That was really high-quality basketball. So, for our boys all tournament team, if you are here, please make your way to the table. We'll get a group photo, and then we'll hand out the team awards. From Manila, Carson Baltimore. From Southland, Missouri, Braylon Cox. From Dermot, Lucas Figures. From Dyersburg, Jace Ward. From Westside, Toby Thompson. From Westside, Micah Dew. From Blytheville, Jameer Guyton. From Blytheville, Jakiron Madden. From Lake Hamilton, Eli McCain. From Paragould, Wyatt Eccles. From Lake Hamilton, Hudson Davenport. From Paragould, Delante Batiste. From Lake Hamilton, Wyatt Ray. And these last two put on a show tonight. From Paragould, Collier Foster. And the 2025 First National Bank Most Valuable Player from Lake Hamilton, Victor Easter. And now for the team trophy presentations. The 31st annual but first boys First National Bank Shootout runner-up, the Paragould Rams. And the inaugural boys champion, we've already booked your hotel rooms, Coach P, wherever you're at. You're coming back. The Lake Hamilton Wolves.